Hello, hello, hello. This is Scrapper Like a Lady. How you guys doing today? I have been out of commission with you guys for a minute, so I thought I'd come on and do a quick video. Headed to work here in a minute. I have to start at 9:30. I have a massive headache right now. So today is Tuesday. I got in on Sunday night from the cruise. It was an all-day travel on Sunday. So I did get sick towards the middle of the cruise. I got a cough, a hack, and oh my God, I was going for it. But let's back up a little bit because there's more to tell you before that. So I got into a major car accident, and you can't tell, but I had a huge goose egg on my head, and I had abrasions and everything. And I'm gonna continue getting dressed. So I no longer have my beautiful car, and I had the LS460, and they no longer make that car. They now have the LS500, so I had to go to the 500. It's still a 8-cylinder fast car. I'll show you guys my car real quick. I picked it up yesterday. Let me show you guys my new baby. So a lady pulled out in front of me. I was driving down the road, coming from just leaving work, and a lady pulled out in front of me, and there was nowhere to go but into her side door. She tried to come out and go around me in the opposite direction when I am traveling this way. So needless to say, okay, so there's my new car. I'll show you the back of it. Oh, and another thing. This is the back of the car. Okay. I did get my lights put on my house this year, the permanent lights. I'll show you guys that. They look like this. And you can turn it on any configuration. I got it all around the top of the house, and I got it inside of here. So it goes all the way around the front of the house and inside of this atrium area and around the garage as well. So I did do that. I was going back and forth whether or not to do it, and things are just going up, up, up. So I was like, you know what, girl, just go on and do it. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but last time, remember, it was like, I think like $1,200 or $1,500 they wanted to do my Christmas lights and then come and take them down. I'm just going to perch you guys right back up here. And so these cost $3,400. And they last for 10 years. You can do any configuration, and their program is amazing. So I just went ahead and got it done. So that's what happened to my beautiful car. So now it's sad what happens when you get in a car accident, because now my car that I only owed like $37,000 on, you got to get another car and you got to start all over again. So, yeah, I never buy my cars new anymore. I always buy them with miles on them. They had a car, they had that car right there that had only 7,800 miles on it, which is just dang near brand new. But it had been in a car accident, and since it was only 6 months old when it got into a car accident, it had been in storage waiting to be fixed for 3 years. And I was like, it was black on black. It was really nice and everything like that. And yeah, that's really, really nice, but I just didn't trust it since it had been in a car accident. And I guess it was minor, you know, but I just didn't want to be bothered with any of that. Because those cars have so much sensors and everything like that on them. So I was like, yeah, we ain't gonna play with that. So Willie said, get what you want, baby. Get what you want. So we left that dealership and we went to Park Place, which is a really big Lexus place here. And I got that car. And I was looking at they had the IS350s, and they are really fast. They're 6 cylinders, but they're, what is it? They have 2 turbos in them, so they're like really fast. But you know me, I like my 8 cylinders, and I like my cars to be smooth. That's more important to me than anything, and so that's why I got this one. So it's the LS500 is what I got. So if any of you guys are looking for a smooth ride, those are smooth. I'm a little nauseated today, and I've got quite a few patients today, so although I would love to call off, I'm not going to. I'm going to go to work. Whew. So, the cruise. First of all, I've got to give a shout out to the ladies that I went with because they were amazing. Amazing. I told you that I hang out with older women because, honey, ain't nobody got time for no teen drama. This Pam trying to calm me. Logan, come here, Bubba. So, can you call Miss Pam on your phone, please? Because I don't feel like stopping my video. Call Miss Pam and see what she wants. So, there were 2 74-year-olds, 66, 65, you know. Anyways, you know, I'm 53, so I was the youngest in the group, but I like to think of myself as fun, and I'm not about no drama, you know. So, it was reported back to me that they enjoyed me. And I was like, well, when's the next trip, Jesus? It was nice to spend all Saturday with my son. And my son Richard and my grandkids. So, Logan, did you call Miss Pam?
I'm attempting to, but something's not right. It might be in a connection problem.
Come here, bring your phone to me. Oh, hang up and try it again. Bye-bye. So Logan spent the week with Kimberly. It's still not doing it?
No.
I don't know what's up. There's connection problems, huh? I'll just text her. What is it? What do you want? So, so that was nice. She did his hair. She took him shopping. She was quite the wonderful big sister to him. And let's see, Cameron stayed home by himself. Willie went to South Carolina. He got back on Saturday. I got back on Sunday. And when I got to the cruise ship, when I got to the airport on Sunday, I asked to, if they had any, well, no, the lady said to me, we have an earlier flight. And I said, oh, yes, please. That's how that went down. And so I got on an earlier flight. Everybody else didn't. They got on the same 3:44. Now, mind you, I got off the cruise ship at like 9. So I wanted to head to the airport before I could get the hell up out of Seattle. I was done. And I had spent so much money there getting my son set up, honey, because he was a hot mess when I got there. I'm gonna put my makeup on in the mirror. A hot mess. So he needed a haircut. He needed new clothes. He needed a whole overhaul. That's what that baby needed, and that's what Mama got him too. It was so good to see him though. And I am in the process of buying him a new trailer. Honey, don't even ask what happened to the old trailer. I tried to get it out of him. He was being very vague. So I said, you know what? I don't even care. I ain't got a lot of time. So I went and I'm buying him another one. And that's the thing. I told Willie, you know, if we're only going to be in this country for the next few years, I don't have to buy, you know, a brand new car. Because I did look at the new ones. But I hate how you lose all your money. You drive it off the lot and it's worth half of what it was before you got it. So, yeah. Nobody got no time to be losing all that kind of money like that. So he was like, all right, if you're going to skimp on yourself, then you're not going to be giving away money like you do all the time to those kids and this, that, and the other. And I was like, ooh, you deserve something nice. So, oh Jesus, look how much makeup I put on right there. Y'all know I'm gonna have to blend that back out. So yeah, I like it. It's been a long time since I've had a white car. You know, the car my dad gave me when I was a young girl was white. Look at what I done did to my cheek, y'all. You know what happens when you do too much blush? You just take your sponge and you go right back over it with your makeup. That's what you do. Put some makeup on this, Jesus. Look at my cheeks, y'all. I look like a clown. That's a cough I got. It's one of those coughs where when you're old like me, you gotta squeeze your legs together to keep from pissing on yourself. And that's just the truth. Y'all know I'm all about that truth, honey. Because stress incontinence is a real thing. When you get old, that bladder gets old. And you cough too hard or you sneeze too hard. Ching! Get a little bit of tinkle come out. I need to do a vagina rejuvenation. But I need to buy that laser because mine's went out. And since I am almost done paying for the Morpheus, then I can buy the other laser. So until then, I'll just try not to cough. Willie gave me some Theraflu this morning. That stuff put me back to sleep. I was like, get up, get up. It's 9 o'clock. Look at your 9:30 cancel. She is coming in Thursday. Bring sticky tape. What the hell is sticky? Oh, for that alarm thing. Okay, I'll bring that. Well, I was going to be on time today. Alrighty. Put some lashes down here. Make myself look like something. It's real gloomy here in Texas right now. So, I don't know why I'm even putting on makeup. I guess because when I was on the cruise, I didn't put on any makeup. Oh, let me tell you about the cruise. I went all natural. So I get on the cruise the first night. Now, y'all know I'm not lucky with the slot machines, but the girl likes to gamble. So I go on the cruise and go to the casino that night. And this man, 77-year-old man, this man would not leave me alone because I was in the solo, studio pods. They had a lounge just for the people that are in the solo pods. And it was so nice. It had the wines and, food, and all of our food and beverages and all that kind of stuff was up in there. And you could go there and just relax and, be with other single people, single travelers. And there were people like other married women that are just traveling by themselves. Honey, I said, I could get used to this. Well, this 77-year-old man started talking to me, and I felt kind of sorry for him. His wife had died and all of this, carrying on Jesus. So I was talking to him. And then I met this lady, came and sat next to me, and she started talking. Honey, when I say she was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, that is an understatement. This lady was crazy. So she started talking to me too. And she looks over at the old little 77-year-old man and she goes, "Stop looking at me. Stop looking at me. Turn your head." I was like, excuse me, Nancy girl, chill the hell out, okay? But no, she was weird. Anyways, I'll tell you more about her in a minute. So, hold on a minute. So, good morning, Miss Cooper. Sorry, No, baby girl, that's the people that's texting me right now is from the credit union. And they have interest rates at 6.4 right now if y'all need a car. But I just went through Lexus. And although they gave me a higher interest rate, they lowered the amount of the car. So I went ahead and took it with Lexus, which, you want to be with the big companies and stuffings. The big companies, the big banks. How about that? So let me go back to my story. So this old man was, following me around. So I went to the casino and he went too. And he was like, "Yeah, I don't gamble." And I'm like, "Oh, what are you doing in here? Get on out of here." But he just sat there talking to me. And he says, "You're not going to win. You're not going to win." And then at about 1 o'clock in the morning, he goes, "Well, I'm going to go to bed." And I was like, "Good, get lost." And I hit the machine. Nothing. I hit the machine again and said, $900. 904 to be exact. Went back the next day, 450. And then my girlfriend was like, sitting with these ladies, and they were like, "Oh, we'll show you how to play three-hand poker." Honey, went and learned how to play three-hand poker, won $680. Went back the next night and won $1,100. Now, ask me how much I lost. We ain't gonna talk about that. Because the night I won the $1,100, I had played $500 and had lost 100 after 100 after 100 after 100. And I told you I got addictive personality. So my fifth $100 bill, I was like, "Okay, Lisa, you can play one more for $600 and then you need to leave." But all the money that I had in my wallet, I was willing to lose over the entire time of the cruise ship. And I think I had like $1,100 to lose, just play with, period, But since I was gaining and losing and gaining and losing, it was all good. So when I won the $1,100, I stopped that night. So I won $1,100, but I had lost $500. So I really only gained $600. But honey, a gain is a gain. I takes it. So there was one guy, he won $27,000. But we have Chata, and we have Windstar. And now I got my game, 3-card poker. Willie goes, oh God. When I told him I'm going up to Windstar and the other place, he goes, oh God. You can't keep a good girl down, boy, bye. I'm going. So, he ain't gonna say nothing, it's my money. You know I'm responsible. It ain't like I'm gonna play our, our mortgage. So, that happened. So I took a picture of that $900, and when I saw that little old man the next day, I said, look, I won. I said, you're bad luck. As soon as you left, I won. He just stared at me. He goes, no, it was good luck for you. I said, no, you wasn't. It was bad luck. You had bad juju. That's what I told him. Well, when I say this man stuck to me like glue, he even came at 4 o'clock in the morning and on the last day and knocked on my door. I was like, hello? And he was like, he didn't say anything. I was like, oh my God, this man gonna push in here and try to rape me. I'm gonna have to clock him upside his head. I said, hello? And then he was like, hi, I just wanted to say bye and that I had a good time and da-da-da-da-da. I was like, oh, girl, you thinking too much into this. This man don't want you. But he was saying inappropriate things to me. Like, me and my wife were swingers. And I was like, I just looked at him and I said, and I need to know that why. And he was like, oh, I don't know. I told you I was different. I said, uh-huh. Don't tell me. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. What you do with your body is your business. And then he collected these, sorry, I gotta cut these nails. He collected coins. So I wasn't gonna get off the cruise. I told everybody, I don't wanna get off. The first place, I didn't get off. Excuse me. And it was all good. And then the second place, he wanted to go look for a coin. So I was like, all right, I'll go with you. So I went and, looked for the coin and with him, which we did not find, but I did find a quilt store. So I got the cutest fabric. And he just was so patient and waited. Okay, see these nails? So I'm cutting them down like that. These are those Kyra Sky nails. Kimberly came in the day before I left with her little sweet self and helped her mama get all packed up, and she's just so sweet. My baby is so sweet. She love her mama. I don't blame her. I would love me too if I had me for a mama. So, oh Lord, I got one of those nails went down that drain. So, we didn't find his, come here, got it. We didn't find his, his thing, but we did find it at one of the ports. I got off twice, and each time I got off, one time I got off for about an hour and a half, and the second time I got off for about 30 minutes. That was it. I walked off the ship. I walked to the little place where the little souvenirs was. The first place I bought fabric, and that's all I bought. The second place I bought pajamas. And they're more like loungewear. And the reason why I got them was, one, it was only $10 and they're very comfortable. I love how soft the material was. They were on clearance. And so, I didn't pop that nail. I don't know where the hell that nail went. So, anyways, so they were this long. And I need them to be short because I've got a lot of stuff I need to do. So I need my nails short. And I realized that for when I was sewing. And I'm going to be doing a lot of sewing because I signed up for 3 sewing classes. So, for the month of November. So I'm not doing any traveling. Well, that's a lie because I got to go see Sabrina because Sabrina's having her surgery at the end of the month, right? So I got to go see Sabrina at least over a weekend and show her some love because I know she's going to be hurting. All right. So then at the end of the cruise, and I ate a lot. I mean, look at my belly, y'all. Oh, you can't really see it. It's bloated. I must have gained like 5 pounds in a week. I'm not even joking because the girl was putting it down. Bacon, I must have had like 9 strips of bacon on each plate every morning. And I'm a slow eater. When it's a lot of food, you know, I eat slow. So by the time I finish my breakfast, because I would take it back to my room, it would be time for lunch. And I just get rid of my breakfast tray and just go get my lunch tray. I did buy the drink package, and surprisingly, I drank more than I thought I was going to drink. I had, you know, a glass of wine one night and a lemon drop martini, you know, all those kind of things with, you know, if I went down to play the slot machines and one of my girlfriends would be sitting at the bar, Sherry, girl, you know who you are. You went hard on those lemon drop martinis. That's our drink. And so she would be sitting there and I'd have a drink with her and carrying on, and then I'd go and play my slot machines. And now, let me tell you, I wanted to read my Bible and spend some time reading my Bible, but I got so frustrated. So the second day out, I'm sitting with my Bible. I got all my stuff spread out. I had a luggage just for my Bible and all my Bible mapping that I was going to do. How come I get to Genesis 34 and my pages are missing? Back to back, just clear, empty pages. I'm like, what? So I had 150 minutes of internet. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to need more internet. So I went downstairs to the guest services and I was like, I need to buy that, you know, $200 package, right? And they were like, well, you already have 150 in your package that you bought. So we'll only charge you 109 and take away your 150 minutes. I was like, cool beans, do it. So when I went to use it, they said, oh, you can't download and you can't do anything with that. You can like make calls out and this, that, and the other. I was like, oh, I am not going to pay y'all $100 and not be able to watch YouTube or do what I need to do. That don't make no sense. So I went back to them. I said, take that off. It don't matter. They might as well just left it on because when I left, I had a $1,500 bill. For all my little shenanigans and stuff on the cruise. So it was relaxing. Would I recommend that the Alaska tour or the excursions that they have for the Alaska cruise? I would say hell no. For me, it's a hell no because Glacier Bay or Point or whatever it's called, all they do is the ship goes through and they're talking about the mountains and the the snow caps and stuff like that. I could have watched that on Discovery Channel if I watched television or YouTube. Because you're just looking at it. It wasn't something you could walk on or experience, you know. Victoria, we got there at 8 o'clock at night and we had to leave by midnight. So everything in town was already closed. It was a bus. What was it called? Capuchon, so I don't know what the name of that one town was. It was a bus. We were just there for a short period of time and there was nothing to see. You just go to town and you could just buy stuff. So I just went, that's when I got off and found that coin with that man, and his name was Mike. But we got off the boat and we went down to the one gift shop and I got back on the boat. And I'm glad because I was already told by another person that took that cruise that there's nothing to see in town. It's the same as the gift shop. There's nothing there. It's a little bitty podunk town with like 700 people or something. I don't know. So, yeah, when I get off. And then, let's see. Yeah, it's not a cruise. If you want to see stuff, in my opinion, it's not a cruise I would recommend for that. It's just not. But if you want to get away and get some rest, which is what I wanted to do, yeah, I would definitely recommend it. So, would I go again? No. I wouldn't go again. Because one, I don't like going to the same places over and over again unless there's a lot to see and I haven't seen it. That's the only way I would go to another place over and over again. Like when we went to Guadalajara. Yeah, I'd go to Guadalajara over and over again because there's a lot to see there. There's a lot to do. So we would go all the time. I've been, I think 3 times to Guadalajara. God, I don't feel very well today. Let's see, what else? So yeah, the trip was relaxing. And I am glad I went. And we dressed so cute. Like, we got 3 outfits. I only wore 2 of them. But the first day, everybody wanted to take our pictures. It was so crazy. We had on our hats and our matching sweaters and stuff like that. And the next day, we had on one other time, we had on these silver sequins hats. And then we had on this jacket right here. I'll show you. There. So yeah, these ones right here, even with the bedazzled zippers. So it was really cute. I didn't buy that jacket for myself. I didn't get off the ship, but Sheila and them saw those jackets, and so Sheila got one for me. And when I told her, how much do I owe you if I can pay you, she goes, no, you're good to, you're always giving your good to people. So I really appreciate that. That was so nice of her. Let me stop that. Let's see, what else? So yeah, like I said, I was very frustrated with my Bible because not only was like chapter 35 missing, and chapter 37 was missing, and chapter 40 was missing. I was like, so I need to write this company and tell them, you guys really owe me a whole nother Bible. And I'm sure I'm sure that it's not just my Bible. I'm sure it's probably Bibles all over the place. Look at nothing. Is that not the weirdest thing? And then, let's see. Then it starts again. The books will start again. And I'll start reading, getting all up in it. Only to get... What chapter is this? 39. Chapter 39 is missing. And then you go on, right? I can't do it that way. Anyways, and then chapter 40 is missing. It was so frustrating. So, trying to do it on my phone and then not being able to physically mark it, and yeah. I just stopped on day, I think that was the 3rd day or the 4th day. I just stopped. I was like, you know what? I will just do it when I get home because now I'm frustrated. And I'm going to have to print out those Bible pages and paste them in this Bible. But I need to really look through and make sure there ain't a whole bunch more missing, you know? That is just the weirdest crap I ever heard. But, so, yeah, I got in an accident on Friday and flew, was it Friday? Yeah, I got an accident on Friday, and then a week later is when I flew out. Because Willie was a little concerned because I had a contusion and I had a headache that wouldn't go away. And so he wanted me to, I did get a CT scan and everything was fine. So I guess he felt comfortable with my going. Let's see. What else do I have to tell you guys? I had my accident, got another car, went on my cruise, met a crazy man. Oh, let me tell you about the crazy woman right quick, and then I'm going to let y'all go. So this crazy woman that told the man to look the other way, stopped looking at me in such a rude way. The next day, I was up in the lounge, and she came. She came, and she was like, do you want to go to dinner? And I said, no, I'm not hungry. And she was like, well, do you want to catch a show, the Choir of Men? And I was like, yeah, I actually think I might do that. And so she was like, well, let's do it together. I was like, okay, cool. And she said, I said, it's at the Q. And she goes, no, it's not at the Q. It's upstairs at the theater. And I was like, oh, okay, that's right above it. So we were like, okay, it's going to start at 7:30. I was like, okay, 7:30 at the theater. And so we left. But then later on, they announced that the people were sick. Two of the people in that choir of men were sick. So they had, this was a Wednesday, they had postponed it till Friday. And she was a type of busybody kind of person. She knew everything, you know. So I was like, well, I'm sure she knows that they're not having it. So the next day was Thursday. I'm up in the lounge. She comes and she says, I was talking to this guy. And she says, Lisa, where were you? And we were in the middle of a conversation. And I looked at her, and I looked back at him, like, do you see how rude she is? And by the time I went to look back at her, she had already called my name and asked me again, where were you? We were supposed to da-da-da-da-da. And I said, they canceled it. And she said, don't you think I know that? Now, by now, I done had it with Miss Nancy. That's what I call people that get on my nerve, Miss Nancy. I done had it with Miss Nancy, and I'm like, I am not on this cruise to take orders, to be pushed around, or be bossed by anybody, let alone you. And so she said, we were supposed to meet here at 7:30. And I said, no, we were supposed to meet at the theater at 7:30. And she said, I came here and I waited for you. And I says, well, you should have been waiting for me at the theater. And she said, apparently you don't listen very well. Stop the press. I gave her that eyebrow. And I just stared at her like, lady, you got about 2 seconds to get up away from me talking crazy. Because I ain't the man you can tell to look the other way. Now, I'm a nice person, but no, no. Jesus. So, I just looked at her. I didn't say another word because, honey, I knew I was about to take off my godly suit. I just looked back at the other man and started talking again. And so she walked out because she said, forget it, whatever. It's just whatever. And she walks out. And I'm like, dang on it. No wonder you ain't got a man. You ain't got kids. Can't nobody put up with you. You're messy. You're mean. You're temperamental. Even if it was a misunderstanding, you could have just said, oh, I was waiting for you. She could have been nice about it, but she was not. She was ugly. And if it was canceled, why were you waiting for me anyways? Maybe I'm the rude one. I don't know. Maybe I should have went and looked for her to make sure she knew that it was canceled. Yeah, no. She had the whole itinerary up in her head. Like I said, she was a busybody. So, and they made the announcement. If I heard it in my room, I know she must have heard it wherever the hell she was. But anyways, the next day, this wench come and finds me again up in the lounge. And she's like, oh, I saw a girl that goes to my church and we were going to be good friends and she's just ousted me and she's just this, that, and the other. And she said she came on this cruise with her kids and this, that, and the other. Do you think I should tell the pastor that she's not being a very good friend to me? I looked at this lady and I'm thinking to myself, see, you cray and I don't do crazy. But I'm going to entertain you for a minute. So I said, no, I do not. I said, first of all, the pastor going to think you messy. Because that's messy as hell. Leave that lady alone. Why are you so desperate for her to be your friend? And I'm thinking to myself, because you ain't got none. But I didn't say nothing. But she's like, well, no. If she's not being a good friend to me, she might not be a good friend to other people. Will you care? You know, oh my God, that lady. So she said she was constipated and she hadn't gone to the bathroom for a few days. So I said, I might have some laxatives or something in my room. I'll look in my medicines that I bought. I just used that for an excuse to excuse myself and walked away. Well, honey, the next day I saw her again. And she's like, did you find your laxatives? And I was like, I wasn't completely lying. Because I was looking for some Pepto-Bismol for myself. And I was like, oh, I don't have any laxatives. But I wasn't looking for her. But it did come across my mind. So I was with my friend group and was taking pictures. And she was like, did you find your laxatives? And I was like, let me ask my friends. Because they're all older women, honey. We all got digestive problems. Let me ask them. So I asked each one of them. And they were like, They was looking at her like, weirdo. And so she was like, Lisa. And she starts talking about that lady again. And I'm like, you ain't never gonna have no friends. Crazy. Her and that man, crazy people. There was a lot of crazy people on that ship. When you get around other people, you get to see just how many cray people there are, you know. But I was gonna go up to the spa. But y'all know black hair, honey. You go up to that spa, then I would have had to blow dry my hair back out. And I didn't feel like being bothered with that. So I just wore my hair just like this. I didn't do nothing to my hair. So I looked pretty raggedy the whole cruise, and that's all right. So if my husband was there and we were going to a fancy dinner or whatever, then I would have put on some sexy clothes and tried to make myself look like something, but he ain't about that dating life no more, so I ain't got to worry about that. Let's see. So yeah, crazy people on the cruise. Then it was a whole day of traveling, coming back. And the airport is the worst part about it, honey, because you got to sit there and then you got to fly. You get to your destination and you got to wait for your suitcase and all of that. Oh, that's the worst part for me. Yeah. So it's going to be a while before I take another vacation. Just for the simple fact that I'm just not interested right now. I got enough rest on the vacation. I cleared my mind of some things. And I went on the top deck and I just spoke to God and poured out my heart over all three of my sister's deaths, and just had a real good cry. That's all I gotta tell you guys. I've been on here for 46 minutes just babbling and babbling. I'm sure y'all probably like, shut the hell up, girl. So that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta be to work at 10:30. It's only 9:30 right now. So I guess I can relax for a little bit. I'm out. Deuces. Be blessed.